Eagles fly alone. I have no friends. Friends are problems. Friends are challenges. If you're not into yourself enough that you can't spend the weekend by yourself, then something wrong with you. Vis-a-vis self-esteem, being a high-performance person, and accomplishing high-performance acts, something's wrong with you.
You go higher, you go even more alone. Why? Because nobody is willing anymore to invest their energy in going higher. Because it's becoming more difficult. They say, oh, it's already okay here. Why you still want to move up there? The air is getting thinner over there. It's getting more hard to breathe. It's getting more dangerous, whatever. So that means along this way, the higher you want to go, the more likely you're gonna walk alone. This is the next thing.
There was a kid who everyone underestimated. Too small, too quiet, too ordinary. But every day while they laughed, he worked. In the gym, in the books, in the shadows. He knew one truth. Effort beats talent when talent doesn't try. Years later, they asked him how he did it. And he just smiled, because they never saw the grind. It's the quiet hustle that makes the loudest impact.
My name is Kobe Bryant. I'm 17 years old. I wasn't invited to parties or friendly gatherings on the weekend. So on Fridays and Saturdays, I would go in my rec room with my basketball and basically dribble myself to sleep. I think that was the best thing that could have ever happened to me, because during those lonely hours in the rec room, I discovered the hunger, the motivation, and the desire to be the best possible basketball player that I could be.
Sometimes in life, people are not going to be around you to motivate you. They're not going to be around you to push you, to celebrate you, to applaud you. You got to do it on your own. That's what I'm doing right now.
There's times where you're going to have to do it alone. There's not going to be any team support. There's not going to be any family support. There's not going to be any friend support. There's going to be times where you've got to go and do it yourself, and you got to do it alone. And those are the times that make a difference. Those are the times that count. Those are the times where you have to dig deep yourself to get the job done. And if you can make that happen, you will win.
I've trained 99% of my life alone. No one pat me on the back. I did all of the work alone. And while I'm still hard on myself, I know what I did.
I'm astounded by how many people want to be spectacular in life but also want to be normal. By being normal, you are, by definition, aiming for average. Normal people get normal results. Exceptional people get exceptional results. You literally can't do what everyone else does and expect to not get what everyone else has got. By doing what everyone else does, you guarantee average results.
No one has ever seen anyone get their together. What happened was that person disappeared. You didn't see him or hear from him for a while, and all of a sudden they pop back up and they was looking better, feeling better, and doing better. And you're like, oh, you don't hear a tree grow.
Damn.
The problem is a lot of y'all want to be on the scene. You still want to be seen. You have to remove yourself from them environments.
It was isolation, it was visualization, it was motivation, and it was dedication.
You don't like people too, right?
I mean, it's not that I don't like people, it's just that to get to the pinnacle, it needs to be like that. It needs to be no outsiders. It needs to be, you need to have your team and your focus, and that's it. I don't need friends that aren't involved in this game.
If you place your dreams in front of the crowd, you risk ridicule. If you go forward in the face of overwhelming odds, you risk failure. But risk must be taken, for the greatest hazard in life is to risk nothing. The person who risks nothing has nothing, does nothing is nothing. Well, in the world of ego is nothing. That person may avoid suffering pain and embarrassment, but that individual will not learn, love, change, feel, or grow. Only the person who takes risks is truly free.
I'm gonna be real with you. Your family's not going to understand it. The people in your hometown aren't going to support you. And no one's going to believe in you until you have something to show for it. That's just how it is. So when you start, do it for yourself.
I spent literally 8 months sitting around a fire every single day. I had a fireplace in my house, just thinking about why I'm doing things, why I want things in life, who do I want to have these things with, what type of things I enjoy. And you begin to learn more about yourself the more you spend time with yourself. Most people, they sit in the car, they turn on the radio, blast that motherfucker loud, dude. They can't sit with themselves 5 minutes. They can't handle it. And it's a process of realizing that if you're by yourself and you feel lonely, then you have a lot of self-work to do. I enjoy being by myself. I enjoy being in my mind because I'm learning who I am. Most people go through life not knowing anything about themselves.
What are you hoping to be able to look back on your life, or for people to say after you're gone, if you don't do that? He was such a good guy and he never rocked the boat.
Yeah.
He was such a good guy and he always conformed to our expectations. He was such a good guy and he was so predictable.
One of my teachers, my business teacher, said, "When are you going to start taking life seriously?"